Vanakkam, Namaskar. I have a very important guest with me, Mr. Thomas Franco. Mr. Thomas Franco is from Chennai and he is the former General Secretary of All India Banking Officers uh, Council. And I have requested Mr. Thomas to come for the show so that the SIR, which has been done in Bihar and the new election has been conducted. Mr. Thomas is also one of the signatory of the letter which has gone to Election Commission of India by the activists, by the people who are concerned about this country, the artists, the lawyers, the journalists. A lot of people have signed. Mr. Thomas is also one of them. So, Mr. Thomas, what the Bihar SIR and the way the verdict has come, all of you are of the opinion that it is nothing to do with which political party win or loses, but the whole process of election commission is not transparent. The voter list is not correct, and a lot of people have not been given their voting rights, because in Bihar, about only 90% of the people who are part of the eligible voters, only 90% are find their place in the voter list. So my initial first, I just want to your reaction that what you are opposing in this new SIR and why, Mr. Thomas.
Namaskar. The so-called special intensive revision. There is no provision in the People's Representation Act for a special intensive revision. The earlier what was done was a special revision. Every year there is an annual revision in the month of January. Then there is a summary revision just before every assembly or Lok Sabha election. Yes, there has been special revisions earlier done. But the so-called special intensive revision is totally different from what was done in 2002-3. What happened was that the existing voters list was used. People were not asked to sign any forms. They were just checking the addresses, whether people are alive or people have passed away, whether there are any new people who have added. That was the process which was done. And that was with a 63-page document. The guidelines were issued on 1st May 2002 itself. And that guideline had many interesting features. Number one, it said that it is not the responsibility of or the right of any enumerator to reject somebody on the basis of citizenship. Number one. Secondly, the time frame was nearly 1 year. So adequate trainings were given, proper representations were given by the political parties also, and based on that, that process was conducted. And that guideline also had different formats to be used, different time frame to be used, and how the people have to be handled. All that details is there. And unfortunately, this Election Commission of India told the Supreme Court that they don't have a copy of that guideline. And it is Mr. Prashant Bhushan, advocate, who had to produce it from some other source. He got it. Today it is available because of his contribution. It is available with every political party, circulated everywhere. I have that document with me. So the present SIR is totally different. The basic principle which they are following is to see that the people are citizens or not. That is not the role of the Election Commission of India. There is a National Register of Citizens, NRC, which has not been implemented so far. It is the role of the central government to do that. the Home Ministry to do that, and Election Commission has no role to play in that. Unfortunately, because of the CAA NRC agitation, the government withdrew from the scene, and now they are trying to come through a back door to have the NRC implemented through the SIR. This is one part. And here, Tamil Nadu, it has started, and now we are seeing practically what are the issues. It is impossible for a common citizen to trace out his name in 2002. How many years have passed? There in that format, you have to not only give your voter ID number or where you voted, the assembly constituency, the part in which you voted, and the serial number in which your vote was there. Where will you search? You have to search through the entire website. And that website has a restriction that it is not easily searchable. So what you have to do is that you have to download the entire booth-wise voter list. And for example, I had voted in a booth where there are 8 booths in the same school. To trace my serial number, I had to go through all the 8 booth-wise list, 1000 to 1200 voters, and finally find out that yes, it is there. And there also I found that my name was not there, but luckily my mother and father's names are there. This is a process which common man is finding it difficult. The BLOs themselves are not properly trained. They are finding it very difficult. And already we have come across 14 deaths across the country by the BLOs. Many of them have committed suicide. And the time frame given is so short, because of which there is a stress on every employee who is involved in this, and every booth level agent involved in this. And people are worried that suppose if I lose my vote, what will happen? Whether I will lose my ration card, whether they will put me in the jail, that kind of doubts have started coming. And in case you had shifted your residence from the place where you had voted earlier, people are not given the form. You have to wait for the draft list to come out. And after that, subsequently, you will have to give an appeal using a Form 8 and request them, or Form 6, and request them that please enroll. And that time, whether they will be enrolled or not, nobody knows. So there is so much of confusion related to the SIR. The Election Commission should not have got into this unnecessary business, and it is putting a burden on every citizen who are targeted here in the 12 states. People are so frustrated. I will tell you one just word. A retired former High Court judge called me and told me that I am not able to fill that form. Can you help me? That is the kind of difficulty people are facing.
Okay. Mr. Thomas, I have a very basic question. I mean, you are telling me the problems and the difficulties, and people are not able to get the electoral roll and things like that. But my basic question remains the same. My understanding of my constitution is this, that this is not my job. This is the job, the Constitution of India guarantees me that my name will be there in the voter list. And this is the job of the Election Commission of India. I have nothing to do with that. It is the Election Commission representative who will come visit my house, check my details, and put my name there in the voter list. It is none of my job to provide him this certificate, that certificate. It is nothing to do with my citizenship thing. It is my voter thing. Now, why I am asking you this is, as soon as you start entertaining this, that this is difficult, this is 2003, it is nothing. It is 2003, maybe 19,003, maybe 18,000. I have nothing to do with that. As a resident of this country, the Constitution guarantees me that if I am 18 years of age, more than 18 years of age, of sound mind, and whatever qualification I fulfill, my name should be there on the voter list. I need a very specific answer for this, number one. And number two, the BLOs who are, they are forced, they are taking, they are going for suicide. they are under a lot of pressure. All these BLOs are basically government employees for some other job. They are teachers, they are panchayat adhikaris. They have not joined their service for doing this job. So their primary job is something else. The government has given them this, you must do this also. Now, if I am appointed to teach students, my primary job is to teach students. If you give anything extra, it can be a voluntary thing, I may say. But in UP at least, what is happening, there are FIR is being lodged. If I'm not doing my thing as per their expectation in 1 month, it is impossible as so I need your answer. It is the job of the election commission to do it. I have nothing to do as far as this is concerned. And secondly, BLO is an employee of state government. His primary job, if it is teaching, that is his primary job. This thing can be done if there is some extra time, but not at the time when his primary job is being effective. On these two things, Mr. Thomas.
I fully agree with you. It is not my duty to prove that I have to be enrolled as a voter. Okay, once I obtain or reach 18 years of age, even though those time it is the enumerators who used to come to the house and say that, oh, you are 18 now, already 18, so you sign this form, and we sign and give. That's all. But here, that is a contradiction I was telling in the beginning. They are asking that you provide the evidence, you provide your date of birth, you provide your birth certificate, you provide your passport, you provide your Aadhaar card, but it will not be treated as citizenship. And they are asking you to sign a document which is totally unethical. As you very much correctly said, that all along it was the election commission which were using people over a period of time to enroll or delete. And nowadays to delete, if there is a birth and death register available online, there is no need to even go and verify every house. So this election commission has taken on a job which is not its job. Its job is to see that every citizen in this country, every voter in this country is enrolled into the voters list, and that universal suffrage, which has been given by the Constitution of India, should be given to each and every citizen of the country. Number two is employees who are called as block level officers. Only for few days they are called as officers. I am a trade unionist and I am seeing them the suffering. Here what I am seeing, the noon meal worker. She has to go to the school, cook the noon meal, serve the food to the children, and only after the children goes, she can go for this duty. The lowest grade workers in the municipal offices, corporations, part-time teachers. These are the people who are named as block level officers. Election Commission, yes, as per its the Constitution under 234 has given them some responsibility, and People's Representation also has given some responsibility under which they can request the state government to provide these people, and they are providing. But they should have been given adequate training, they should have been given adequate time. See the case of Kerala. They are only requesting that give some time. Panchayat election has been announced, and these people have to do both the job. It is practically impossible. In spite of that, this Election Commission of India is not at all bothered. They are not humane. They are doing whatever they are doing now is unethical. That's what I.
Ji. Thanks so much, Mr. Thomas, and I hope that your fight against this injustice and somehow the common people of this country are afraid. The only thing, the only hope they had, the right to vote, that a group of people are want to snatch away from them. Hopefully, my best wishes, Mr. Thomas, that you will be successful in your mission. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Thank you very much.